Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This canyon is one of the most extreme landscapes imaginable.
Sheer cliffs drop into a vast valley, making any form of connection incredibly difficult.
But this is exactly where a bridge will be built.
Before construction can even begin, engineers must understand the terrain.
Measuring distances, studying the rock,
and identifying where the structure can safely stand.
This is where the Huajiang Canyon Bridge will be built.
Across one of the deepest and most challenging terrains imaginable.
everything starts with precision.
Once this begins, there's no room for error. To connect both sides.
Everything here has to be built in mid-air.
Before anything can be built across the Huajiang Canyon, the rock itself has to be secured. Because everything will depend on these anchor points.
The rock itself has to be made reliable.
Deep into the cliff faces, holes are drilled and reinforced with steel anchors. With steel anchors, unstable layers into place.
Anchors will carry enormous forces later on.
Dust, debris, and wind make the work even more difficult.
This stage is invisible once the bridge is complete.
But it's one of the most critical. It's one of the most critical.
You won't see most of this later. Because everything that follows depends on the strength of the mountain itself.
This structure represents the culmination of years of dedication. But this is what holds everything in place across the Huajiang Canyon.
With the cliff secured, the next step is creating a base strong enough to hold the structure. Rock surfaces are cut, shaped, and leveled.
Reinforced concrete blocks are formed and poured directly into the mountain,
Tying into the anchored rock beneath. Forces from the bridge will pass through here into the rock. These foundations are designed to transfer massive loads safely into the terrain.
For the first time, something permanent begins to appear.
A clear starting point for what will rise automotive. From these foundations, the first vertical elements emerge. Steel reinforcement extends upward, and concrete is poured in stages.
Forming tall pylons that will eventually support the bridge.
Each section is built carefully, layer by layer, growing higher with every cycle.
What was once just a cliff edge is now becoming a structural system.
Reaching upward into open space.
They're building straight up into the sky. These towers will carry the entire span across the Huajiang Canyon.
As the pylons grow taller, the challenge increases. Work shifts higher above the ground. Wind and height add new risks. Specialized climbing formwork systems allow construction to continue vertically.
Lifting the build platform as the structure rises.
Day and night, concrete and steel extend the towers further into the sky.
At this height, wind, balance, and precision
Become just as important as the structure itself. With the towers complete, the project finally begins to stretch across the canyon. Light pilot lines are sent from one side to the other. These cables are anchored at the top of the tower, tensioned carefully.
Followed by stronger cables pulled into place.
They form the framework that will support the bridge in mid-air.
This is the first piece of the Huajiang Canyon Bridge actually hanging in mid-air. For the first time, there's a visible connection forming across the void. But the gap is still wide open.
And it's only the beginning. Finally, the last segment is lifted into place. Suspended high above the canyon, it is carefully aligned between both sides. When the edges meet, the structure becomes one continuous span for the first time. And the cables adjust to carry the full load. Bolts are secured, joints are tightened.
What was once two separate structures is now a single bridge crossing the entire canyon.
With the span complete, the surface is built for use.
Layers are added to protect the structure and create a smooth roadway.
Asphalt is laid and compacted, guardrails are installed, and expansion joints allow the bridge to move safely under changing conditions. The raw structure begins to transform into something functional, a path that vehicles will soon travel across.